this is something that I can't remember if we were going to save for a future episode or I saw the question and liked it, but when you were working in PR many years ago, I think it was Capital Sports in Puerto Rico, and Gorilla Monsoon was one of the owners, wasn't he?
Yes.
What was Gorilla Monsoon's involvement in it other than just being a stakeholder?
No, he was just an investor, as far as I know. He was an investor, and which leads me to another subject. Abdullah the Butcher was an investor too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and this hasn't been validated, like that word, validated, mm-hmm. but Bruiser Brody was allegedly trying to buy in too, which fueled the problem between him and that Invader one, the guy who stabbed him. Because he said if he bought in, and the Invader was the booker at that time, this is 1988, that he was not letting, he wasn't going to let him be the booker because he didn't like the way he did it. Hmm. So I don't know how much that had to do with the whole thing, but it had to, I think it rubbed the Invader the wrong way. And he's about half gone anyway. And I'm not, and this is nothing in defense of the Invader, but his 3-year-old little girl had died about 6 months earlier. And he was still, I'm sure, mourning her death. I mean, it's not an excuse, but I'm sure he wasn't in his right mind either. Hmm. And I've written about it in my book about the night it happened because I was there. And just a little bit off topic, and I may have said this last week. Ric Flair said for years that he was there in Puerto Rico when it happened, but he wasn't. It was easily, you could fact check that easily, but he wasn't there. And why he said it, I don't know. But he wasn't there, and it was just a crazy time for everybody. And the next day's show, we all boycotted. Nobody went to the show the next day. They had like a $30,000 house, I think, which in Puerto Rico was a hell of a house because tickets weren't expensive. So if they would fill up a 6,000 or 7,000 seat arena on the other side of the island, it was a hell of a house. And we didn't go because I didn't feel like going, and nobody else felt like going. So we just saw they all went to the show, but the wrestlers didn't show up. The American wrestlers didn't. So they didn't have a show. They had to cancel it.
I know I keep saying this. We will do a full special on the Bruiser Brody thing. I have so many follow-up questions, but I am going to save them for now, and we will do one giant bumper episode on that in the very near future as well. I'm going to order the books. I've already got your book, so I can find your story. I'm going to watch The Dark Side of the Ring, and I will have probably to your your great amusement, the longest script you've ever seen.